Hey everybody, welcome back. So far, we have seen there are so many resources which you can provision on Azure Cloud. We will continue our journey using Terraform. Terraform also gives you a good documentation which you can use, how the script will look like, how the dependencies are going to be. So we will continue to explore all those options and we'll continue to build our labs further. Let's discuss what is supported by Terraform. So you can see a list of providers. So providers are basically the logical abstraction of an upstream API. They are responsible for understanding API interaction and exposing resource. In this course, we are focusing on Azure. So let's click on Azure. And then this is the Azure Resource Manager documentation. You can go to the documentation. Here you can see this is the latest version this documentation is going to support. And these are the resource type, your left hand side. Since this series is dedicated to network, we will continue to explore automation opportunities while building the network objects. So let's click on the network, search for virtual network, and then you can see this is the example script which we are going to modify while building all these resources. Everything starts with a resource, then it is going to be the Azure RM resource type, and then it is going to be the alias or object name, and under that it is going to be one of the attributes. You can also use tags. So let's modify and start building this from scratch. This time let's give it some meaningful name, resource group, or I will make it Terraform. Terraform-RG. The name, if you recall, while building the lab from GUI or from console, we were putting a name like lab for all the resources. This time, let's put Terraform lab. Location, we can leave as it is. And let's try to build this resource group. Terraform init is going to initialize Terraform. Might take a moment. It is successfully initialized. Now let's see plan. Plans means it's going to tell you what changes your script is going to make on Azure Cloud. And it is telling you no changes. And your infrastructure matches the configuration. That means the mistake I have done while modifying it, I haven't saved the file. So let's go to the file. I'm going to save it and I will delete all these existing states. Let's try to run it again. Let's initialize it. and then we are going to look into the plan. Give it a couple of seconds. And now we can see it is giving you the plan. Let's try to read it. What this plan exactly mean to you. Plus sign means it is going to add the resource. If you see minus sign, it means it is going to delete those resources. So this time, what do we see? This group will be created. ID will be known once the changes are applied. Location for this resource is going to be the West Europe, and the name for this resource group is going to be Terraform Lab. Let's try to apply. It is going to ask you for confirmation whether you want to continue. And yes, in this case, I definitely want to continue, so I will put yes. Once it is done here, we will go back to portal and we will see whether the changes are made or not. Let's verify the resource group what we had created from Terraform. We will go to the resource groups. Under the resource group, you can see there is a one exist, and that is exactly what we have created, Terraform Lab. This belongs to West Europe. This is going to be the subscription ID. This is going to a tagline. However, we have not mentioned any tagline, but let's try to do an add tag. For adding the tagline or tags, you are going to use this syntax. And let me explain you why tags are needed. Maybe you want to use resource tagging for billing purpose. At least you know if this is a tag, how many resources belongs to. So that can be one of the use case. However, let's go back to our lab. And this time I'm going to add a tag here to existing script. Let's save whatever we have edited and let's fire this script again with plan and let's see what happens. Now you can see on my screen update in place, one to change, that is going to be the tag what we added. So let's now apply. It's not going to add anything new, it's not going to delete anything. So make sure we read the last line very carefully. Might take a couple of moments. And once this is done, we are going to verify it on the same portal. Let's type yes. And apply is complete. It's time to verify on the portal. So we will go back and we'll refresh the same page. And this time you can see there is a tag which is coming. It is going to be the environment production. Now let's try to add a virtual network. And that virtual network will have subnets. So this time I'm going to copy this script and we'll try to modify as per our need. So this time resource type is going to be network, and we need to give it a name, the object name. I will keep it Terraform VNET. And now see the color has changed here because they are referenced to each other, and we'll try to fix it. This is the attribute, and I can tell this is VNet 1. Now we need to give a location since it is giving you the error now. This is the location, and this is the location which is basically coming from here. Now it is not able to take a reference of this resource group. How we can fix it? We will delete, and now you need to type, instead of example, you need to type the whole thing and type location. Similarly, you need to edit this as well. Dot name, and we will create a subnet. So let's try to create a subnet which is going to be 10.50. DNS names. If you have a need, you can add it. I'm going to remove it as of now. Subnets. You need to carve subnets from here. So we will follow the same trend. I will name it private. Second subnet is going to be public, and we need to tweak the range as well. So this is 50.0.0/24. This can be 50. Let's make it 10 and we will make it 20. Focus on the range. We have taken /16. So first 10.50 it is going to be fixed. The rest of the host you can modify it. Security group, we have not talked about this. I will remove it and make it plain. Environment tag, I don't want to give any tag here. So this time it is going to create a virtual network in West Europe. You need to save it. And let's initialize. Initialization is done. We can apply it directly. Once apply is done, we are going to verify the resources from Azure console. So what we have done so far, we created a resource group, we created a virtual network, and that virtual network will have two subnets with IPv4 range 10.50.10.0, 10.50.20.0. This might take a couple of minutes. I will, before pausing, I think it's already completed. So let's verify our resources from the portal. Even if you're going to refresh this screen, you are going to see some resources here. Sometimes it may take some time. Now we can see there is a VNet 1 which is reflecting under this resource group. And let's verify the VNet 1. VNet 1 is having a range of 1050.00. That is exactly what we have given. And now you are going to see two subnets, public and private. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next section.